are our top stories.
The International Chamber of Shipping, or ICS, has officially launched its Global Trade Study. ICS Trade Protectionism in Maritime Economy study outlines the protectionist trade policies being implemented by governments worldwide. It demonstrates that if countries cut restrictive maritime trade policies, it could help boost GDP by as much as 3.4% for national economies. The study shows how each of the 58 countries analyzed can identify and reduce its restrictive measures to lower the cost of doing business and increase its share in global maritime trade, which was estimated at $14 trillion in 2019. This includes both tariff and non-tariff restrictions, such as anti-competitive licensing laws and discriminatory treatment of foreign companies, found to be up to 5 times worse than tariffs themselves. 4 scenarios are provided for potential policy reform, demonstrating real GDP gains for national economies if trade restrictive measures are reduced. It is hoped governments will use the study to better navigate the economic impact of COVID-19, which is being compounded by the knock-on effects of growing trade protectionism and inward-looking policies.
Countries' economies are under threat. Restrictive customs laws, import and export restrictions, and tariffs on trade are making it more difficult for economies to recover from the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. According to a WTO report published in November 2020, $1.7 trillion of world imports have been affected by constraints like these since 2009. Our Prime Index shows how different types of trade restrictions have an impact on a country's ability to generate wealth, and is a powerful tool for governments to increase prosperity. This level of restriction is not sustainable for a post-pandemic world. Shipping is one of the biggest generators of global prosperity, representing $14 trillion of trade. It is vital that maritime trade keeps flowing, as 90% of all goods are transported by sea. Reducing national trade restrictions ensures that industries like shipping can continue to bring wealth, growth, and economic prosperity to countries around the world. If members of a trade bloc like ASEAN were to halve their current trade restrictions, economies in the bloc would see GDP increase on average by 1.8%. The same reduction in trade barriers for both members of the African Union and Mercosur would see an average GDP increase of nearly 1%. This not only increases countries' individual prosperity, but paves the way for more connected international trade, benefiting each and every one of us. At a time of global challenge, now is the time to reform for the future.